Question of the week from the Naked Scientists.
Hello and welcome to Question of the Week. This week we're answering this question sent in by listener Dana. She asks, the Romans were great engineers, but how does one multiply using Roman numerals? It's a great question, Dana. The Romans were of course great engineers, and there has been considerable recent interest in Vitruvius and the architectural wonders that he and his colleagues helped build in ancient Rome. But how on earth did these early engineering pioneers work out the maths required using Roman numerals? In a bid to answer it, we put in a call to Ems Lord, Director of the University of Cambridge's Mathematics Outreach Programme.
If we think about how we multiply today, that can be really helpful in answering this question. Because today there's a lot of different multiplication methods, and they often vary according to where you are, which way you were taught. So it could be, with the Roman Empire being so vast, there's not one definitive answer, but it is likely that they used a method of doubling and halving. And just to give you an example of how it works, let's suppose we wanted to multiply 37 and 39. So with 37 multiplied by 39, doubling and halving would give us 18 multiplied by 78, ignoring the odds. Do it again, we get 9 multiplied by 156. So we need to do it again. 4 times 312, nearly there, then 2 times 624, and finally 1 multiplied by 1,248. So we stop there, and then we cast out any of those pairs of numbers which are both even. Totaling the rest of one side gives us 1,443. Now, it might seem a very complex way of doing things to us, but actually, maybe it appears tricky because we're not used to doing it. It's not our everyday approach. We haven't developed that fluency, which they might have had from doing that type of calculation more often.
It's devilishly simple and very effective, and it seems to work pretty well for them. They got quite large, as I remember.
Yeah, and if they did use this method, I suspect that they would have used their Roman numerals as, say you had the number 4, so we'd have 1111, as opposed to the way we often write it today, which would be a 1v, 5 minus 1, because it's much easier to halve those 4 ones than trying to halve 1v. So, perhaps it was easier than we thought doing that multiplication in their day. But again, key thing is getting the correct answer rather than having a prescribed method. And certainly the Romans could perform great feats of engineering, so their methods worked.
So there you have it. A pity for them that their empire ended up halving more than it doubled. Thank you to Dana for the question and to Ems Lord for the answer. Next week we're answering this question sent in from listener Paris, who asks, why are babies so strong? Seriously, their grip is actually ridiculous. Well, we'll get our hands on that one next week. In the meantime, if you think you know the answer or have a question of your own, you can send it in as a voice note to chris@thenakedscientists.com or check out our forum at thenakedscientists.com/forum.
Question of the Week is part of the Naked Scientists podcast. Look us up online at nakedscientists.com.